Welcome back everyone to Fairy Tale. I am your host with the most. I've got pounds and I can definitely boast. My name is Savagezweipanda and we're back, baby. It's been a couple of days since we haven't talked about Fairy Tale. I know some of you Fairy Tale fans in there are like, Panda, what have you been doing to us? Please give us more Fairy Tale content. Please, like, we don't want none of the other stuff, and I have to apologize and all that. Not been a lot of Fairy Tale content, plus as well and all that. I want to take a little bit, you know, a little bit of break and all that, but I can rest assured you guys and all that, now that the spoilers are here and everything is back, we can start talking about a lot more of discussions and everything and all that good stuff. And plus as well, we've got a lot to look forward to this year of Fairy Tale, as we've got the movie coming out and potentially the anime returning. But never mind, this is all about the latest spoilers that are coming out right now. So look forward to that as we have Erza versus Wendy Belserion, and we are going to be starting this chapter. Of course, if you guys know, as always, there are going to be spoilers in here, so, you know, goodbye, you know, way to go, scoodle, get out there, and we're going to be starting off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's make some magic happen, ladies and gentlemen. And the first one is kind of insulting to my eyes, as Wendy is wearing that beautiful Irene dress, but no, only Irene can wear that. If Erza might be able to wear that, that'd be fine. You know, incel, I wouldn't mind a dude here and there, but nah. Like, the fact that, like, you see Irene trying, like, you know, you say, like, with this new Wendy body, trying to, I like, Irene, I love your fashion sense. Well, mainly I love, you know, everything open about it, but still, you cannot, like, flash it while you're in the little child's body. I'm sorry, I know there are some Wendy fans amongst you, but that was just me, where it's like, no. Get that good old Irene body back. I don't want none of that shit. Now we start off with the first page of the manga, as we get to see, you know, from what we saw of, like, what we saw from last year, as we saw, like, here, like, Wendy's, like, kind of being, like, taken over by Irene, and, like, it's like, oh my god, it's happening, and she kind of realizes, like, as she's in this body, and you see, like, she's kind of all beaten up, and it's like, even as she's, like, wiggling her hands, she can clearly say, like, you know, like, as we got told last time, is that, you know, this isn't as strong as her original body, like, from what she was able to do, but the fact is that she still feels very goddamn confident in this power. Like, she was able to just, like, be there, and it still feel like she has that huge amount of confidence. I could feel, I could, like, taste, and, like, from what, everything that was happening and all that, she was, like, Erza was, like, kind of shocked, like, thinking of all the memories and all that, and the fact that she immediately was using the Sky Dragon stuff, that clearly shows that she is able to use the Dragon Slayer, like, magic from Wendy. She was able to, like, the question is, though, is she going to combine this with any of her magic and all that? Obviously, she isn't in her body anymore, so she won't be able to use some of the, like, higher level, like, kind of the enchanting stuff, but the question is, will she be even able to fully use, like, and utilize the Wind Dragon Slayer magic even better than what Wendy could and all that? I would like to see if there's, like, she's actually pulling, like, all out the stops throughout this entire fight, but that's just the menacing face and all that. You never really expect Wendy to kind of look at you like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and I'm gonna end this shit, but Urza's like, I just want to deal with this. However, though, with, like, the spoilers that are out there, we don't know the full story about this. Immediately, like, one of the things that happens is, like, what on the next panel, and it seems like what has happened is that, like, it's already ended. Like, the whole, like, switching of, like, you had your little time in your body. It seems like Wendy did something. Seems like also as well as, like, kind of like a big giant hole in there, like she's punched through her chest or something. Maybe, like, Wendy did that to kind of, like, snap her out there. Maybe she, like, tried to endanger her own life, like, just trying to do something like this, and, like out of, like, you know, fear and all that, like, Irene just had to switch back to her old body. Maybe that was something that she had to do, like, to go throughout that. But we see right at the end of the chapter, we do get to see Erza going in, pull out, you know, one last armor to try and defeat this, and it's just useless, like, god damn it all. So, one surprising thing about this chapter, like, although there's not a lot of spoilers out for it, like, considering that we know already that this, like, whole Wendy thing isn't going to last long, and that it's immediately going to be rolled back, like, after this chapter. Surprisingly enough, I was expecting her, like, Irene to be defeated in this chapter. I was expecting, oh, you've left yourself open, you went back to your old body, like that, she hasn't had time. I was expecting that. No, this fight is going on way much longer than we most originally thought. Like, consider, like, this is one of the longer, like, Fairy Tale fights that we've been having, and it's like, you see, like, Irene, like, she's in a, like, predicament where she's like, like her face is all bloody. She's clearly taken injuries. Erza as well, and it feels like they're now building up to kind of like the finale of this fight and all that. So maybe if anything, 5/18 will be that one where it finally concludes and wraps up this fight, which I'm looking forward to. Seeing this, like, this is the longest ones and all that, and I definitely say the higher moments of this fight has definitely been when we found out about the backstory, about like everything with Irene, the original Dragon Slayers. All of that stuff has been amazing, and I've been really enjoying that, and hopefully to see this like kind of anime form. If anything, I can say without spoilers, yeah, I didn't really care too much about the Wendy stuff for the most part and all that, and I think a lot of us knew that it was going to roll back and all that. That it was either going to, like, we don't clearly know that like what's going to be happening yet with the Wendy stuff, but we do know for a fact that like from that like injury, from what I was seeing from that, and Wendy might be able to finally like actually have subconscious and actually did that. But we do get the information in this chapter that like Wendy is like, even with like Irene taking over, Irene is able to use a Wendy's Dragon Slayer powers and all that, and it would have been interesting. I don't know if we're going to see it or not, but it would have been interesting to see like her own version of Dragon Force. Like I would have loved to see that. I do remember did a kind of like a predictions theory. They did say like she might combine that with her own stuff, but sadly that won't be and all that, like going into there. And like it honestly feels like the finale is going to wrap up like pretty much next week. So I want to see what you guys think, and also as well on the full chapter. But at the end of the day, there's not a lot we can talk about in this chapter, but even still, it was pretty goddamn exciting. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What on earth did you think about this chapter and all that? Are you finally glad that that whole Wendy thing's been turned back over? Do you think that was actually kind of a good thing and all that, and you're kind of happy that kind of Wendy was able to fight through it? Also as well, what do you think of the fact that Irene turning back into her body, and the fact that like Erza is now like trying to finish this off in the next chapter and all that? But that, in the end of the day, we have to wait for the full chapter to find out every juicy detail and all that. That's all from me. Thank you as always for watching. I will be your host with the most, and I will see you guys though next time.